This is Sheer Isolation. It's presented by Kieran Moore in Trowbridge and John Ponting in Cricklade. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. This is Sheer Isolation. I am John in Cricklade and Kieran is in a slightly different part of Trowbridge.
I am in Trowbridge Town Hall. I am in, what room am I in? This is called Selwood Room, after Selwood Housing Association, who paid to have it renovated. Thank you very much, Selwood.
Yeah. 10 seconds in and we're already plugging people.
That's what we do.
So what is this room used for? Is it a meeting room? Is it
It's a conference, meeting room, training room, that kind of thing. So there's like a projector on the ceiling and a projection on the wall and, internet and so on. So
there's one more of those little puzzle pieces fitting into place for regenerating Trowbridge's facilities.
Bit by bit, one by one.
Bit by bit. So the purpose of this show is to promote and highlight the local arts and music scene across the Southwest, and we'll play a couple of tunes in the next half hour, and we will also have a guest joining us, Harry Steele, which is an amazing name. What does this chap do, Kieran?
So this is a chap called Harry Steele, and Harry is a videographer, and he makes videos for bands. In fact, we're going to finish on one of his videos later on.
Before we do that, I will ask my weekly question to you, Kieran. Have you been a busy boy this week? I'm sure you have. Any exciting gigs?
Gigs. So I did at the weekend. I did this crazy. I had to be in like 3 places at once type setup. We had Billy Green at the Pump in Trowbridge, and he was very good, with a band called Akaba from Bradford-on-Avon, who are also very good. Moving forwards with the renovations of the Pump, it's going to be great. So, but yeah, that was good. And then on Saturday night in Trowbridge, I had, what was it? Oh, it was the metal show. We had a metal show of 3 scream your guts out metal bands.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought you were getting too old for that.
To be honest, mate, actually, I do feel like I'm getting on a bit, but a lot of the bands are actually older than me, or there or thereabouts. So I fitted right in.
Oh, that's good to know. Oh, okay. We should probably pick a tune to play. I haven't picked a tune. Have you?
I've not picked a tune. So let's delve in and pick one, shall we? Because we've got stacks to choose from. Let me pick one. Who shall we pick?
Well, there's been plenty of releases lately, haven't there? So, Kieran's just going to dive in. But just click random on your playlist. That's what we end up with.
We're going to pick a band technically from Brighton, but they're on a UK tour next month in June. Oh no, yes, next month, this month, because by the time this goes out, it will be June. So a band from Brighton called I Feel Fine, and this is a song called Self-Same.
The tune we have just played is by a band I Feel Fine. They are Brighton based. They are the track was called Self Same. I can't read my writing. Did you say that this is a new track? Are they gigging around the area? Why are we playing them?
They're going to be on tour in June with an American band called Hit Like a Girl. So there's a two like duo doing a tour, and they're going to be playing Trowbridge on Friday the 17th of June.
See, normally I rave about bands' names, and I really like to go and see bands with great name. But Hits Like a Girl, I've got no interest in seeing that one at all.
So the front person is non-binary. So I think it's a classic case of you what like a girl or like a boy, and so because they are non-binary, I think they're taking the piss a little bit out of the gender norm. So I quite like it in its own way.
That needed explaining. I'm now on board. Great.
Yay!
I'm guessing because you're at your workplace, Kieran, that you have no product placement to share this week.
I do not.
Oh, it's all building up. So
next week, John, we're going to do product placement, but next week I'm going to spin round. I'm going to show you the pump, and that'll be my product. It'll be the completed, new, decorated pump. The
Trowbridge pump rooms, which you've been working on the last couple of weeks.
I have, yes. Very excited.
You know what? We're very close to show 100. Maybe show 100, we'll just need to catch up with all of your product placements that you've not talked about for the last 2 months because you keep forgetting them. Cool. In that case, we'll move straight on to our guest this week, who mentioned in the opening link. It's Harry Steele. He's Bath-based videographer, mostly focuses on music. We might as well just tell the story about how we discovered Harry, because
I thought Harry Steele was the Harry Steele that filmed the James and the Cold Gun video, who I've known for a very long time. It turns out it's not that Harry Steele. It's a different Harry Steele that makes videos. He's based in the Southwest.
So once we
explains why he looks younger.
So once we'd all sorted this awkwardness out, we started chatting to him. We just discovered a really interesting guy, as you'd expect for someone who makes videos for musicians. And yeah, it caught us by surprise when he was talking about the projects he's just worked on. Really impressive arsenal of contacts this guy has. So yeah, even though it wasn't the Harry Steele widget, does this mean we're going to be talking to another Harry Steele next week?
We'll be talking to a different Harry Steele very soon, yes.
But no, what a great sport it was to not just hang up on us and call us idiots. So yeah, we'll hand over to Harry, and he'll tell us about his music video company that he runs with his colleague Oscar, which is called Unthnkble.
So John, my ambition is to get Harry Steele and Harry Steele to meet each other and make a video. That would be amazing.
Okay, you work on that.
I'll make that happen.
At the moment, I'm running a film company with another person. It's called Unthnkble. So my t-shirt, I'm wearing a little Unthnkble there. Sorry, it's bad.
Nice. That's good.
So yeah, we're currently been running a limited company for the past 2 years. But before I've got like 5-6 years experience in the industry before that, just kind of doing mainly events and sort of corporate type stuff. But now it's all music. I met the other half of the company, Oscar, my friend, and he's the musician in everything. He does all the music production, and obviously, yeah, with this company we've started really doing lots of production on music videos and artist spotlights and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going really well.
Tell us what you've done then.
So the biggest video I've probably done is for Mick Jagger and his brother, Chris Jagger.
That's so funny, right? So, just a casual. The biggest video I've done is for Mick Jagger.
Yeah, you did say that far too casually. Seriously, that's a big deal.
It was
a huge deal. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, it was a very, very unexpected, casual thing, to be honest. Mick's brother, Chris, he lives in Somerset, and basically there's just a family friend involved, and he was looking for a video last year, so we did a little video for him in his house, like a nice little intimate video with him, and then he came back to us a couple of months later saying, "Oh, I've got this song with my brother Mick, and I want you guys to do a little video for it." So couple weeks later, we ended up just going to Mick's house in London and filming with him for a couple hours. And yeah, it was just a really, really nice casual video, really. It's quite funny how it all turned out.
That is really cool. I mean, how on earth do you bump into? Sorry, tell me again how this happened.
So it's all through Oscar, my friend. I met him doing a music video for him, and he's just a man of many talents. So knowing a lot of people and just like recommendations from a lot of people, and it just happened. I can't even tell you how, to be honest.
It happens because obviously you've got talent and you're obviously very easy to work with. But I mean, you know, for him to come back to you afterwards and ask to continue working with you, that is huge.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
And how many hits has that video had so far? Do you know?
It must be about. I think the last time I looked, it was on 300K, something like that. But
what's the song called?
It's called "Anyone Seen My Heart" by Chris Jagger, and it's featuring Mick Jagger.
It's just short of 500,000 views. That is absolutely sensational.
So, Harry, for people who, because we also put this out on radio as well, so they won't be able to watch your video until they go away and look later on. So, are you? Did you mainly focus on what I would consider to be a traditional music video, or are you just doing a recording of an acoustic performance, or are you more arty? Where would you put yourself?
So it's kind of a bit of everything, to be honest. So with that video in particular, that was mainly just a performance-based video with the two of them, and we did sort of a few very simple shots of just them playing in the studio together, and for that video. But mainly, a lot of the time with our videos, we kind of go very story-based and sort of artistic and very sort of different compared to like a lot of the normal performance videos. But we also do performance videos, and we haven't really done any live stuff, but it's something that we'd want to do in the future.
And who comes up with the ideas and the narrative? How you know, does the song kind of compel its own story? Do you kind of react to the song, or do you have general ideas of how you like to work?
Yeah, so most of the time the artists come to us and they just want to sort of build on an idea that they've had, and sometimes they've all got very, very specific ideas, but a lot of the time we kind of just come up with the idea, discuss it between all of us, see what's realistic with the budget, and a lot of the stuff is very much in the pre-production for us. So we work with treatments. We use like this really cool software called Milanote. It just makes it a lot easier for us to storyboard and really go deep in the pre-production. So once it comes to shooting, we know exactly what we want to do. And then when I go to edit the video, I basically just follow the whole storyboard. So it's very, very structured most of the time.
And is that the pre-production? Is that a quick process, or is that, you know, is that where most of the work is? Is that where you do most of the work, and then the shoot is actually quite straightforward?
Yeah. I mean, it's quite different a lot of the time. Like most of the time, it takes at least a day and a half to really kind of get a proper structure going for the video. But sometimes we just kind of wing it, and we just get a couple of like random shots that we like and just put it all in a big mood board, and then just go to film what we can on a day. But yeah, so it does take quite a long time, really.
And the thing is, most music videos are around 3 or 4 minutes long. So the amount of effort you're having to put in for that really short, succinct, it's not like a Hollywood film where they kind of just stretch out and make it like an hour longer than it needs to be. You really have to be absolutely precise on every take, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, most of the time it's just sort of actually sticking to a storyline and getting the lighting perfect as well. So we kind of want to really dig deep in the actual meaning of everything, and like the meaning of the lighting in the video, and just how the story is going to come about. So yeah, it's a really big process.
I think one of the things we found just talking to different people who make music videos is it's quite often videographers go to a band and say, I want to make a video for your music. And I'm sure in the past that's maybe where you were when you were 17, 18. At what point did the path kind of switch the other way, where people were coming to you?
It's kind of always been like sort of word of mouth with me. I haven't really properly reached out. So yeah, it's mostly just been artists, and then another artist follow that artist, and then they come to me looking for a video, and then yeah, sometimes we do a bit of outreach, but it's very much kind of word of mouth and just putting my work out there and actually showing what I can do, and just people seeing it. I don't even know where most of them come from, to be honest. It's great, really.
You are far too modest for clearly a very high level of professional work that you're dealing with here.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Is this something you went through at college as well, or was it just something you just loved so much that you just thought, no, I'm going to do this?
Yeah, so I did go to college, sort of sixth form type thing, to do film production, but a lot of it is self-taught, really. I probably learned more self-teaching myself than I did ever in college or school.
Have you ever done like, I don't know how to do that, I'll quickly look it up on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. All the time.
I've done that loads.
YouTube is where I learned most of my stuff, to be honest. There's some great stuff out there, and just kind of going on set and seeing how other people do it, and just following different people's journeys, and just seeing and just really digging deep in, like actually seeing how people work and work with lighting and all this kind of stuff.
See, who needs an educational system? You just get out there and do it.
Exactly. Yeah, couldn't agree more. We would normally ask someone, what's your proudest moment? But obviously, working with the likes of Mick Jagger and Chris Jagger is obviously huge. So I guess really my question really is, what's your ambition? Where do you want to go with this?
Bigger budget videos, I guess. Just doing a lot more crazy stuff and doing what I'm doing now, but just a lot more elevated, and working with some really cool artists. And I do want to eventually be able to make some really cool short films and work with some big actors along the line. I don't know, really, to be honest. I'm enjoying life at the moment. That's all I care about right now.
So are you busy at the moment?
Extremely, yeah. I mean, we were quite quiet during sort of the winter periods, but suddenly everything got so busy sort of mid-March for us, and we just had at least 2 music videos a week, and it was like big videos as well, like traveling to London from Somerset, which is where I'm based, and just doing a lot of traveling and working with lots of different artists. And all of these music videos were very different types of music as well, so we kind of just had to put ourselves in different headspaces. And yeah, it was a lot of work mentally and physically, but it's been really, really great.
What about during lockdown as well? Did you have a bit of a lull during then? Do you think people are catching up now?
So lockdown was it was actually okay for me, really. I had a lot of editing work that I had to do, a lot of the commercial stuff that I used to do, but yeah, lockdown was definitely a time for me to really reflect and learn a lot more of my craft. And after lockdown, work just came to us. Artists had been doing the same thing, so everyone just kind of wanted to get their ideas onto film. So yeah, it kind of worked out for all of us, really.
So what advice would you give to somebody who's looking to get into the industry?
Just learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can. If you're really that passionate about it, get out there and go do it, and work with people that you inspire you, and want to be like them. So definitely go out there and find the work.
Does it feel like work? Do you love it so much that it's not work, it's just fun?
Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when deadlines come up, that's probably the most stressful times. But yeah, no, I really love my works. Do you guys know Luke DeCiccio?
Yeah,
really well. Yeah, Luke's a really good friend of ours.
So we did a video with him a couple of weeks ago.
Cool.
Basically, we ran a competition with our company to sort of launch the company, and it was basically a music video giveaway. And he won. So yeah, we did a video with him, and that was it was a really fun video. It should be coming out soon, actually. Yeah.
If there are any musicians out there, or maybe just not musicians, but anyone who's after a video, do you want to give yourself another plug?
Yeah, absolutely. So my personal Instagram is Harry Steele Film, and my company is Unthinkable, but it's a bit of a weird spelling. It doesn't have any of the vowels in the middle. So it's I'm gonna have to even read it off my t-shirt. So it's, so it's UNTHNKBLE.com if you want to see it.
Well done.
We like to ask our guests to pick a track for us to play. And what we would like you to have a think about is the video that you're probably most proud of that we can get off YouTube, and maybe not necessarily the biggest budget or the biggest star, the one that really is something for yourself.
I think one of my favorite videos that we've done recently was by Cody Frost. She actually won. I don't know if she won The Voice, but she was in The Voice in 2016, and that was very sort of punky pop type music. But that video is probably my favorite to date.
And what's it called?
It's called Redundant by Cody Frost.
Jobs with door fobs and guys like you with fancy cars and cocktail bars that forget to tip as they take a sip, and with every bit I feel the dirty napkin they dropped on the floor crumple in my fist. It has become apparent that you are not useful, and it has become redundant. The paperwork you've been filing, and now you realize that there is a man at the top and it's not you. Now you realize that it is all not real. And if you don't pay the rent and all your money is spent, will they come and get you? I don't know. Do you know? And there's an overwhelming presence of a hand over your head. Yeah, there's a big dark shadow over your bed. It has become apparent that you are not useful, and it has become redundant. The paperwork you've been filing, and now you realize that there is a man at the top and it's not you. Now you realize that it is all not real. Pinstripe suits and Chelsea boots, silver tie pins with matching cufflinks. Sit on the tube while you read the news. Car declining, perfect timing, sniffing cheap coke on the weekend. You hit your peak at 17 and you've got all the gear but no idea. Morning march, a glass of scotch. You're a bad boy, you're a big flirt. Vodka, lemon, soda on your t-shirt. You got a shit rose tattoo on your right hand, but your mummy's been asking where you been, and it has become apparent that you are not useful, and it has become redundant. The paperwork you've been filing, and now you realize that there is a man at the top and it's not you. Now you realize that it's all not real. I'll try again. That's a nice fade, where'd you get it from? Same place as every other Jack, Luke and Tom. You think you're sick cause you're paid to sit in VIP, but the number on the cash machine says RIP. Special iPhone and it's got no warranty, and your girlfriend would rather dance with me. I said your girlfriend would rather dance with me. Dance with me, 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 dance with me.
Right, the tune we just played is called Redundant. It's by a musician called Cody Frost, and the video was created by our guest of the week, Harry Steele from Unthinkable. Great video, great music, as always.
It was a great video. That's such a cool video. He's an absolute talent. And he told us right at the end there that he's working with Luke DeCiccio as well. So that's a video I'm really excited to see coming out very, very soon. Luke always makes very good videos, so it'll be interesting to see how Harry takes it a step up.
We played a couple of Luke's tracks previously on the show as well, haven't we? So
we have.
Always nice to know when he's making more stuff. This is Sheer Isolation. You've got us for about another 3 or 4 minutes. We just got time to talk about a bit of news. Kieran, is there anything that you want to share with the class?
George Ezra is confirmed to play Trowbridge, and George Ezra sold out Trowbridge. So we then did a matinee, and that sold out too.
Busy. What's your capacity?
900.
Oh. Well, I'm not surprised. That's a big old name you're getting in there.
So it was Sound Knowledge in Marlborough. It's Roger from Marlborough Sound Knowledge, and it's one of his outstores. So rather than doing it at the town hall in Marlborough, we're doing it at the Civic Hall in Trowbridge, simply because of capacity. That's all it is.
And if it's sold out, there's no point in us promoting it then.
We could promote it, John, because it's part of the story of why Trowbridge is getting better, and people don't believe it, and it's genuinely happening right in front of their faces. All they have to do is open their eyes.
I've got a really nice bit of news. Now, a few weeks ago, we were talking to the lady from Pseudonym magazine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to continue till I remember her name. I want to say Kat.
Kat, that's correct, Kat.
There we go. So we were talking to Kat about Pseudonym magazine, and we were just having that debate about how kind of community newspapers are preferring to go into paper and have actual physical print. Now, do you remember, Kieran, probably about 6 months ago, we were chatting to a guy from Stroud News, who they just set up and doing an online community newsletter in Stroud. They're going to go into paper now. So Stroud News is going to become a physical publication.
Amazing news.
So it's, the trend is to go back to print for the really localized community news publications and magazines, which I'm in favor of. I like something physical.
Me too. I mean,
proper page turner.
With physical papers, you can keep them and look back at them in sort of 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 20 years, and you've got that memory. You just don't get that with the internet.
Kieran knows all the numbers. One more thing I wanted to talk about in news. The Love Saves the Day Festival down in Bristol. They've just moved to Ashton Court for this year, and it's taking place. It will have taken place by the time this goes out, actually, 2nd to 3rd of June that weekend. They've upped the game when it comes to sustainable festival organising. So there is no single-use plastic water on site, which I think Glastonbury are doing as well. And also they have banned glitter because of the microplastics.
Really? No glittery festival faces.
No glittery festival faces.
Wow. How will it be a festival, John, if you're not allowed to do that?
Well, you can just use glitter that isn't made of microplastics.
That's fair enough. I can't say fairer than that, can you?
Which I know they are out there. I don't have any myself.
Does such a thing exist?
Well, you can get very bold makeup colours. Very bold makeup.
Okay, we'll go with that then.
And if you look back through my own personal profile, you will see I've got some very bold colours on my face here and there. But anyway, that's probably a story for a whole other time.
I think it probably is.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up then. So if anyone wants to get in touch, you can email sheerisolation@gmail.com or find us online, sheerisolation.co.uk. Look on streaming services to find previous shows, or we will be back here same time next week. Kieran, next week it's show 99. Can you believe it?
Really? Is it, mate? Really? We've been doing this nearly 2 years.
We've been doing this over 2 years. We've just missed a few because we keep having holidays.
Oh, yes, true, actually, yeah.
All right, Kieran, I will let you get back to work because I appreciate I've taken you away from and you're probably just having an extended lunch break or something. So I do appreciate you talking to me.
John. Until next time.
And until next week, bud. Take it easy. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.